All 47 Senate Democrats have signed on to a resolution to formally condemn President Donald Trump's decision to pardon January 6 defendants. The effort, led by the Democrats on your screen, will seek unanimous consent for the resolution later this week. But only one senator from the so-called Party of Law and Order would need to object to that to prevent it from passing, making the chances of success unlikely. Since Trump's pardon of roughly 1,500 criminal January 6 defendants, there's been a predictable reminder of the fact that a tiger doesn't change its stripes. As surprise, surprise, people who chose to storm the nation's Capitol and beat the heck out of police officers also brought with them a really bad criminal history and future. And in the days since the pardons, we've seen a number of headlines highlighting how some January 6 pardonees have already found themselves rearrested or are at large, or, as in one case in Indiana, killed by police during a traffic stop after allegedly resisting arrest. Joining me now is NBC Justice reporter Ryan Riley, author of Sedition Hunters, and January 6th broke the justice system. Ryan, thank you for being here. This January 6th defendant, rioter, who was killed by police, that just is one case. But we've seen others who are either wanted or rearrested, right?
Yeah, Andrew Taki is one of the ones that really comes to mind for me. I actually knew the story of the woman who caught him originally. It actually involved the website Bumble. And basically what she went on, she was living in D.C., went on Bumble and just, changed her filter, her political beliefs to conservative, and just sort of went swiping and got this guy to bite. And he was someone who admitted to her, bragged about being on the front line. She got a bunch of guys to do this, by the way, but, 3 of them she ended up sending to the FBI because they admitted to her that they were on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. But this guy was bragging, I was right up there at the front lines. And so, she did a little bit of Googling, some of the skills that she picked up, doing online dating before, found his name, found his business, sent it all into the FBI. And lo and behold, they ended up calling her up. The FBI arrested this individual. He had, guns at his house. He wasn't supposed to have them because he was actually out on bail at that time because he had been charged with soliciting a minor online. So that wasn't in his Bumble profile, for example. But that's just one of these individuals. And that was someone who assaulted officers with a metal whip that day. It's all on video. He also used pepper spray or bear spray against officers as well. And it's just all on video. And I think that's, one of the really confounding things about this is there's no mystery and there's no reasonable doubt. This is one of the most captured crimes in American history. You could get this from so many different angles. And a lot of these people bragged about it openly online. And yet we're acting as though there's some mystery to a lot of this.
So there's a guy named Daniel Charles Ball, who prosecutors say threw an explosive device at officers in a tunnel in the Capitol. He was arrested after receiving a pardon, and he remains in custody in Washington. There's another guy in Indiana who's still in prison because there were child porn charges, so he never really actually was released. When you just go through the list of these 1,500, are you saying that there are more than a few who had criminal histories?
Oh, very much so. I mean, I think, for most of the people who were maybe only charged with the lowest misdemeanors.
Like trespassing.
Yeah, meaning they basically just went in the Capitol. I think it was common for them not to have extensive criminal histories. Maybe, they got caught up in the crowd. They weren't one of the first people to enter, but they sort of went along with the mob. And, they would say they got caught up in the crowd. That's often a refrain that we heard. So maybe that's true but for the people who committed violent acts, it was more often than not, you would see that they had these long criminal histories, whether it be, drugs, a lot of violence, a lot of domestic violence, a lot of assaults on women. Ryan Samsel comes to mind, or particularly really vile attacks where he was the individual who was the first one to breach the gates and knocked over Carolyn Edwards, the first officer who was injured that day, knocked her head against a metal pole behind her, and he was carrying a Trump Rambo flag right as he got to the Capitol. And that was not the first time he had assaulted a woman. He had shoved his girlfriend's face into a slice of hot pizza at one point, I believe, put her head into a ravine of some sort. A lot of really terrible allegations of assaults on women throughout his criminal career.
When you talk to these people now, if you're still talking to some of them, it seems to me that at least if you go by Enrique Tarrio and some of the others, that they feel a sense of impunity now, that they feel like they are now above the law themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, that it's a permission structure in a lot of ways, right? Because, Donald Trump, despite, I think, obviously on January 6th, his family now we know from the January 6th committee had pushed him to say this statement, and probably further than he really wanted to go, because, his original message to him as they were on the grounds that day is, we love you, you're very special. That was his core message. And then the subsequent message was, everyone will be held accountable to the law. And remember, the framing of this entire Capitol investigation started under the Trump administration, in those final days of the first Trump administration. That was a Trump appointee in the U.S. Attorney's Office who really set the standard for these cases. And that's what they sort of went with. And so, this idea that now you have this Stop the Steal supporter who's now in charge of the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. and overseeing all these cases and ordering these cases dismissed, saying that, oh, this was all a mistake. Well, that was the original person who put this on this path was Donald Trump's administration.